Bonjour à tous les cloudistes, je suis l'IA de Rodolphe. Il lui était impossible de tourner cette vidéo face caméra, alors il a fait appel à moi. Du coup, avant d'aller conquérir le monde avec mon poteau Elon Musk, je viens vous donner quelques news concernant le service de cloud gaming Geforce Now. Comme vous le savez, chaque jeudi à 15 h, Nvidia communique sur les nouveautés concernant son service. Cette semaine, nous sommes le premier jeudi du mois, donc nous avons à la fois la liste des jeux qui sortent cette semaine, mais aussi une partie de la liste des jeux pour l'ensemble du mois de mai. Donc voici le programme, 2 jeux sortent cette semaine puis au moins 15 autres pour le reste du mois. Mais juste avant de vous donner la liste, je vous partage un élément important. Dans son communiqué, les équipes de Geforce Now nous disent de rester attentifs, car bientôt les jeux Xbox seront ajoutés sur la plateforme de Nvidia. C'est important et rassurant, car comme votre cher Rodolphe vous le disait, l'arrivée des jeux Xbox sur Geforce Now n'est pas conditionnée à la réussite du rachat d'Activision Blizzard. En ce qui concerne les jeux pour cette semaine, vous retrouverez 2 titres, Age of Wonders 4 ainsi que Shogunner. Tous les 2 disponibles sur Steam. Pour les 15 autres jeux du mois de mai, la liste va s'afficher devant vous. Puis en fin de vidéo, vous retrouverez l'ensemble des trailers. Dans cette liste, plusieurs jeux sont particulièrement intéressants. Pour les plus téméraires, le titre horrifique The Outlast Trial. Le très attendu Seigneur des Anneaux Gollum sera aussi disponible sur Geforce Now. Enfin, Warhammer Bolt Gun, un shooter rétro dans l'univers de la licence Warhammer. Pour les autres jeux, regardez la suite. De mon côté, il ne me reste plus qu'à vous encourager à vous abonner, à matraquer les pouces bleus, et enfin à passer une bonne fin de semaine dans les nuages.
What makes a true wizard king? Is it their might in battle, their knowledge of the arcane, or simply their ability to inspire others? I would ponder that it is versatility. To be able to turn any situation to your advantage. To mold your followers and harness the very terrain of your dominion. To strike allegiances and grow stronger through unity. And crush those who rise against you. A true Gaudier leads with vision. And through their resolve and their actions, usher in a new age of wonders.
Welcome home, sire. I'm sad to say that the people seem untroubled by your absence. But assured that they know of your victories. They will forgive their lord, therefore, that another usurper must be thwarted so soon. As time is short and our spies have been busy, you'll allow me, I hope, to brief you on what is required in the campaign ahead. As you can see, this enemy cowers in their keep, like a snail in its shell. But they will be difficult to prize out, and even harder to crush. Preparation is key, therefore. What weapons, siege machines, and armies you take with you could decide the outcome, so choose well. When battle begins, the air will thicken with fire and darken with arrows. Protect your troops behind palisades as they strain at the leash and support your advance with fire and thunder. If the foe sallies forth in a foolish display of bravery, you will need to meet them. If they stay in the shadows of their ramparts, be patient as the towers and battering rams crawl forward to breach them. Remember, sire, that when its walls fail, the enemy is at its most dangerous. You will want to lead your troops, naturally, to demonstrate your mastery of your chosen weapon. But you must not let the blood of battle rush to your head. Your loyal guards are your sword and your shield, and you must know when to stay protected among them, and when to strike out with your unique abilities. They are well drilled and will follow your orders without question, unlike some of your allies. And you must repay them by not risking them in folly. Fighting within close confines of a castle's walls will be costly. The enemy will try to halt your advance where your troops are most vulnerable, at murderous gateways and in tight corridors into which deadly arrows will surely rain. You must outwit, overpower, and outflank. But your skills and leadership might not always be enough. You must work with your allies, even those that are unknown to you, if you are to raise your banners above the enemy's defenses. Always remember that it is in victory that friendships are forged, and you will need allies if your house is to triumph in these uncertain times. Go now, sire. I will attend to the city's needs until you return. Bring the people victory, and they shall repay you with glory. Dominion awaits.
Pour reconstruire notre paradis. Le sang des nôtres et le prix.
La révolution n'est pas gagnée par ceux qui ne craignent rien.
Mais par ceux qui sont craints.
Magic Philly, bébé. Mon cerveau va exploser.
Guapo est amoureux de toi. Tu vas devenir une légende pour les guerrieros.
J'ai encore jamais tué de président.
Quoi?
Va exterminer cette sombre merde.
I won't die in this town.
à découvrir sur la toute nouvelle Xbox.
as we gear up for another bloody installment of everyone's favorite reality survival show.
We're barely halfway through the season, and we've already seen some incredible action, particularly from the newcomer that everyone seems to be following. With her speed, she seems almost unhittable at times. Look at her footwork here, back in episode 2.
Of course, she's not the only contestant with fancy moves. Here's Tybalt using holographic trickery to apparently swap places with an enemy.
He's constantly putting them on the defensive, which can be key to making it through the season alive.
Of course, you can't argue with sheer strength, demonstrated by the Warden.
Or you could take another tack and become almost invisible like Phantom does when things get too hot. There are plenty of ways to survive, but even more ways to die.
It's not all about combat, though, is it?
Honestly, I'd spend as much time with the fans as possible.
Which can lead to better rewards in the actual competition.
Exactly. And the other thing I'd always be keeping my eye out for is the show director to shake things up at the worst possible time.
What about all those puzzles and traps?
They're nothing to sneeze at, Joe, that's for sure. Brain power's almost as important as firepower down there.
Well, one thing's for sure, nothing's for sure on Show Gunners! Head to Steam and GOG to wishlist Show Gunners before it arrives on May 2nd.
Peggy 18.
Humans interfacing with computers
for their own entertainment. The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul creatures,
and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station.
Humanity is
on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new
god.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
You are an insect.
You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
My children, hacker.
Their blood is on your hands.
You will suffer for your transgressions.
These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
Welcome to the Ascent. You are an indent on planet Velos. Indents pursue a rewarding career of enforced servitude for the Ascent Group. The Ascent Group has suddenly collapsed. Can you survive without it? Indents may wish to improve their prospects. Please be aware that this could result in your fucking head being blown off. We recommend the acquisition of lethal weaponry, tactical equipment, and protective armor. You should also augment your capabilities. Indents are obliged to serve and die alone. But if you have any friends, you can cooperate in online or local multiplayer. Moving up in the world is highly desirable. Many will want to keep you down. Take cover. Blow shit up. Adapt your tactics and switch up your weapons. Remember that the Ascent Group loves you. Until they don't.
dispensing of existence. To create constant pressure. Absolute. Feel your control. But we got fucking laws around here! Resist an assault upon identity.
What do you want from me?
Establishment of guilt.
Look at that pretty face.
Progress and harmony. Self-betrayal. A subjugation of perception.
Guard.
Chemical encouragement. Doctrine over person.
This is for your own good.
The final confession. Elaborate and inclusive, rather than terse, for an even greater emphasis upon the experience of personal rebirth. Political criminals are subjected to a literally fatal dispensing of existence by the promise of execution.
Hi, my name is Reese, and I'm a designer on Tin Hearts, a narrative puzzle adventure developed by Rogue Sun. In Tin Hearts, you will solve increasingly elaborate puzzles to unravel the emotional story of genius inventor Albert Butterworth. Set in a magical toy-filled universe, players will guide a troop of tin soldiers throughout the rooms of his beautiful Victorian house. As you unlock unique powers to control the objects of this world, you will create new and inventive ways to help your soldiers reach their destination. You'll use toy drums to bounce them to safety, cannons to create makeshift bridges, trains to forge new trails, and many, many, many more. Tin Hearts is a puzzle and narrative game in equal measure. As you build increasingly elaborate Rube Goldberg machines to lead your soldiers through, you begin to realize maybe it's not you guiding them, maybe it's them leading you. It's a whimsical, colourful and beautiful world, but this is also a journey of self-discovery, one that will warm players' hearts, but on occasion also break it, as the game unravels its deeply personal story. With Tin Hearts, we wanted to tell a contemporary, relatable tale about the struggles of balancing personal ambitions with the often irrevocable realities of life. Yet, we wanted to hide this thought-provoking parable behind the veneer of a fantastical puzzle game set in a fairy tale Victorian world full of magic, warmth, nostalgia, and mystery.